All right, what's going on, everyone? How we doing? All right, so I've been getting tons of questions. These questions I get all the time is how do I ship a lot of cards in a plain white envelope? I've made videos in the past, but my processes have changed a little bit. Not like a crazy amount, but you know, as things happen, as things change with, you know, post office, we have to adapt. And I could still ship 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100 cards. But the process has changed. Probably get away with around 40 cards in an envelope now, maybe 45, sometimes 50. I'm gonna show you every single denomination of cards we could ship. There's different processes for foils, there's different processes for non-foils, there's different processes for 10 cards, 15, 20, 30, 35, so on and so forth. I'm gonna try and do timestamps. Everything I show in this video will be linked in the description. So whatever I show you, whatever I use, I'm gonna link them for you. There really are no secrets. This is everything I've learned in the past 5 years of selling trading cards. I'm giving it to you for free. So subscribe to the channel if you're not already, and let's get right to it. All right, so you just got an order for like a zillion cards. Some guy wants his 5-cent cards sent to him. 50 of them. You're panicking. Don't worry, Rob's here to help you. All right, so a little bit about our operation. We've been in business for about 4 years. We ship hundreds of thousands of cards every couple months. We have very little issues, so I think our process is kind of nailed down. So I'm gonna share with you our process. This is all of our TCG Player Direct inventory right here. And we also have another TCG Player store over here. This is all our lightly played stuff. Lightly played, moderately played, heavily played, damaged. We don't really have a lot of it, but it's still, it all adds up. And this is gonna be a primarily TCG player focused video. We also ship out hundreds of cards every day on eBay. So we ship out a lot, so we know a lot. And this is it. All right, so this is everything I got. You don't need much. We got our envelopes. We get these from Uline. We use windowed envelopes. They're really cheap. We used to manufacture our own, but we ran out, and I don't want to manufacture anymore just because we're moving. So we'd have to change the return address that we get printed on there. So after we move, I'll make more. But these, super cheap. You can get them like on Amazon. I'll put the link in there. Simple return address stamp. You can put that right there. Bang. That's our address. Come see us. This one I get from Rubber Stamp Champ. I'll put the link down below. Super cheap. I think this is like 30 bucks, and you just stamp shit. We use these for attaching the card to the invoice with the top loader, penny sleeve, team bag, and cards. So it's all very simple, but in order to do it properly, to actually make it to its destination, you need to do it right. So we're gonna do it right. All right, so we'll start off with just one card. You got a single card order. I know it's kind of rudimentary, so if you don't want to watch this part, skip it. All right, you got one. You need a team bag. We transitioned from using these. We use the Beckett ones, but we ran out of those as well. We're not very optimized here, so we run out sometimes. So we use these. These I hate because this little piece right here, hello, get off. See that's why I hate it. It just sticks to your hand. The Beckett ones don't stick to your hand, so I'm gonna link the Beckett ones down below. You could get these are cheaper from Cardboard Gold, but I hate having these all over my house because you drop it and it just like, it'll stick to your leg, it'll stick to everything. The Beckett ones do not, so I will be linking the Beckett ones. All right, penny sleeves. We get these in bulk. We buy these, we get these manufactured from China, obviously. They're fractions of a penny each, but you could use Ultra Pro. I'll put the link down below. If you don't need hundreds of thousands of them, just order Ultra Pro. They're pretty cheap. For maybe $1 each. You can get a whole case of them. All right, so 1 card. You got one card order. Let's just do the 1 card order. So 1 card, very simple, easy. No real craziness here. Goes in the top loader. We use top loaders. We love top loaders. A lot of people use card savers, but we really have no issues with top loaders. Goes in there, I fix it right here to the middle, and this is where these come in. These are the labels. So we use these for our Amazon orders, like our Amazon fulfillment orders, like our FBA stuff. And we just got used to using them, and they just look a lot more professional than like painter's tape. So like that on there just looks better. And you could like print something like thank you, or you know, your website, whatever you want to print on there. I'm not sure if you're allowed to anymore actually, but you could print like a thank you or whatever on there. So it's dual purpose. So all right, we got that on there. That's a single card order right there on the middle of the card. Now I know a lot of people like to either put it on this side or on this side, because the way it goes through the machine, sometimes it gets picked up in the middle, and sometimes the employees at the post office, they'll like do a test and they'll try and bend it. But I really never get any issues. And when I do get issues, it's normally a mistake, and it's normally with like a single card order like this. It'll be like return for postage, but it's like 1 in every 1,000. So it's not a lot. Normally it's human error. It's not the machine. It's not because you didn't put a non-machinable stamp, because these are machinable. So very simple, put it on there, fix it there, 1 single card. Oh shit, no, I did it wrong. Hold on. I did it completely wrong. I forgot. See, I haven't shipped in such a long time. I did it fucking wrong. Do it like this first. Pretend that's the address right there. See, I blacked it out. Then this goes like this. Fold it like that. This goes in here. Like that. So now you seal the team bag and affix it to the invoice, 1 shot. Then it goes like that, in there, and right there, ship to, it'll be right there. Easy. Now, it doesn't get really jostled or in the mail, it doesn't get messed up. So you're not gonna, this address isn't gonna like, you're gonna be able to see it. So that's 1 card. Now, we do that same process all the way up to 11 cards. So once we hit 11 cards to 12, the process changes. And this is going to be that process. All right, so now someone ordered 12 cards. I got the 12 cards right here. Now what I do is penny sleeve, 2 cards go into a penny sleeve. Then another 2 cards go into the next penny sleeve. Now you're left with 8 cards. So I take the 1, 2, 3, 4, split them up, goes into another penny sleeve, and then into another penny sleeve. Now we use 2 top loaders for this process, all the way up to 12 cards. Like this one goes in too. Now we take the remainder 4 cards, we put it in there. We take team bag, boop, like that. Peel that bad boy off, goes right there. Then you take the other one, put it in there. Now, same process. Here's your invoice, goes over like that, like that. Now what I like to do is, here are the tops, right here, where the, team bag sealed. You want to make them kiss. Make them kiss. See, like that. Goes in like that, easy. Then, we take another 2 labels of our nice little Amazon labels. You could do 1. I use 2. These are so cheap. They're less than a half a penny each. Like that, bang. 12 cards. Now same deal. Into the envelope. Now here's where you run into the issue of postage. So you'll want to get like one forever stamp and like an extra ounce stamp once they get over this threshold. Now there's nothing that's gonna happen to these cards in the mail to make them get damaged, whatever. There's nothing gonna happen to these. They're so rigid. There's 2 top loaders in there. Look at my feedback. I never have issues. Very rare. So that's 12. Now after 12, the next break point would be, so we follow this shipping method all the way up to 30 cards. Once we hit the 30 card threshold, that's when we don't even use top loaders anymore. We do this method, and I'll show you right now. All right, so now we got 30 cards. Someone ordered 30 cards. It's very easy. We got 3 team bags set up. No top loaders. You don't need any top loaders. So what we do, 3 stacks of 10. Boom, 3 stacks of 10 right there. No top loader needed. It goes in the team bag. This is why I hate these team bags. They stick to you. Sealed up, bang. All right, that's 1. All right, 2. I guess not super important to show this process, but it is part of it. And then 3. All right, now that we got all 30 cards in the team bags, this is what we do. We seal them up. You could use painter's tape, but we like these. We always use these. Now, this is gonna make it super tight and rigid. The cards aren't gonna move. Bang, right there. It's like a penny sleeve, but fully sealed. There you go. We do the same thing for the other 2. Yeah, we stay away from painter's tape. We don't like painter's tape. It's just amateur and not really professional. I don't know. It's my own personal preference. You do your own thing. So right now we got the 3 little 10 card parcels there. Same process. Goes here. Fold this over like that. Now these go in like this. Bang, bang, and then bang. All right, now we take another 3 of these. I know you're like, wow, Rob, this is a lot of, these labels are so inexpensive, it's not even funny if you buy them in bulk. You wanna make it super tight, nice, in there. There you go. Now, same deal, goes in the envelope. Like that. Sealed up. Now you'll still only need an extra ounce stamp on here. So a forever stamp and then an extra ounce, and you should be perfect. I very rarely ever get return to senders because of this. I almost never. Like I said before, my only return to senders are from like single card orders. It's crazy. So yeah, this is good to go. Right in the mail, you're good to go. Now we follow this procedure all the way up to around like 45 if it's non-foil. Yeah, 50. Right around 50 we like to break it up. It depends on the order value. But to keep it like a hard, fast, steady rule, like 44 or 45, just so we can get 3 different stacks. So after 45, that's when I split up the orders. I split them in half and send 2. It sounds crazy, but you could do that. There's nothing saying you can't. I don't believe there is. So any orders over 50 cards, they're gonna get 2 separate shipments if the order value is less than like 30 or 40 bucks. Let's say it's a 100 card order, or not even 100 cards. 100 cards I would buy shipping. Let's say it's a 55 card order. They would get 2 separate shipments of 25 and 25. And it's gonna cost you, $2 instead of $5. I know, we're splitting hairs here and it's pennies in the grand scheme of things, but they add up when you're doing hundreds and hundreds of orders a day. Every penny counts. So knowing when you can cut corners and what corners you can cut without sacrificing quality helps out a lot. And this exact process we've shipped hundreds of thousands of cards every single quarter out of here. I don't know, it's mind-boggling how many cards we ship out, but we ship out a shit ton of cards. We rarely have any issues, And this is the exact process we use for TCG Player every day. So now you know my secrets. Now it's time for you to ship some freaking cards. So get out there and ship some fucking cards.